here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
Well, guys, I wanted to get into the extended forecast because, as you can see, heavy rain right now. I have seen a few players in the pregame warm-ups having some issues trying to work on their ball security with the rain coming down so hard. The forecast says we can expect rain throughout the course of this game, but it is expected to lighten up in the second half. Of course, I will keep you posted as we go. Back to you.
These teams have to prepare for any kind of weather, Holly. And the Mountaineers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. So South Carolina's offense will go to work first. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you can make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella, he delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Dropping back, it's Duckworth. Rush right in his face. Turns it upfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Gonna run it. It's Dickens. Drag down.
And nice job by the defense. Understanding second and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical, now forcing the third down and short.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Plows his way ahead. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Hits inside, it's Lewis. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Looking downfield, it's Singleton. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Under pressure. Stands in and takes the hit. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Pull to the ground.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Just feeds the running back. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Back to throw, it's Singleton. Pumps it downfield. You'll be thinking about that one, almost an interception.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
And the Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Going to field this one in tight quarters. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Send the tight end in motion. On the ground with the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. On the ground, it's Lewis. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. 2nd and long here. Wants to throw. It's Singleton. Fires to the big fella. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. 3rd down, they need 12. From the gun, wants to pass. Had to throw it before he wanted. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through 1 quarter. The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. And the returner will be brought down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Unloads to the wideout. Couldn't set his feet.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
Straight ahead, it's Dickens. On the move at the 30. And he's got enough for the first down, and it'll be at the 35.
Oh, what a great play call. Sneaking the draw. The defense clearly thinking pass, flying up the field. No, sir. A little handoff, a little sneak attack. Great play call.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. This time they'll throw it. Back's got it on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. Makes the catch and he's free. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hands it off on the counter. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver comes in motion. To throw, it's Duckworth. Fires to the middle. Out wide left, it's Tyler. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Running the red zone, it's Dickens. Stopped right there.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Touchdown, South Carolina! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game, he scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
2nd down, going to throw it. On the move, he fires. Left side is Sanchez. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, it's Lewis. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. And the Mountaineers want to crank the tempo.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. Looking downfield, it's Singleton. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Oh, pressure's coming. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They booted away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Drops back on first down. The quick out. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. It's caught downfield. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw one first. They're all over him. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it along the sideline. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 11 team, the Ole Miss Rebels.
The Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the South Carolina head coach coming out of the locker room. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Rush is on. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was doing and getting rid of the football.
They give it back to him. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Look out! And he gets rid of it.
And man, that's another drive for this offense where it's frustration. You're looking at the sidelines, there's not a lot of juice, man. They haven't been able to get going and put drives together and score points. They've got to find something because this game's starting to creep along and they really need to make something happen.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. The run inside. It's Dickens. They were all over it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Big hit knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Play action on first down. It's dropped after taking the hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a fifth. Dropping back, it's Singleton. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. The Mountaineers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here comes the heat. Caught. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Man, that's good plays back-to-back, getting him on the ground. And I tell you what, just good job wrapping him up, not letting him get yards after contact and make your defense really have to work harder. Great job.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Gamecocks have this offense rolling. Quick give. It's Dickens. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Tells to run, lost a pass. Buying time to his right. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Coming out with it, it's Lewis. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. So the defense has kept them in it. The offense hasn't done anything, but there's still time if they get going now. Rush right in his face. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Long way to go on second down. sets his feet. It's Singleton. They go to the wide receiver screen.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Turns it loose. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on 4th down. He's not afraid to go deep. He's loose. The 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Mountaineers!
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge, explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a scintillating big play, 83 yards on the touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He gets a block. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. He might have been looking just to set up his offense, but he put a touchdown on the board with that 92-yard return. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Sanchez. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Selling the fake. Holds on, it's Lewis. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Under pressure, and he never had a chance.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll use another timeout to try to save as much time as they can for their offense. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lewis. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Looking for a man. It's Singleton. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Coleman. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down to the air. Looking down the middle. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Going to the running game. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They'll ride him again. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. They'll run it. Got enough for the first down. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Moving the pocket, it's Singleton. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit as he throws. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. The give on 4th. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, it's a moment in a game offensively where you like to think you can just run the football on that down and distance to stay on the field, but David, the defense wasn't having it. They completely bowed up front, physical, and they dominated in that play. Absolutely nowhere for that guy to go, and this offense is going to walk out of here with the L.
And maybe you thought you could catch him off guard by running the football. You got to have it. You got to get this first down to extend.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Running inside, it's Lewis. Pass to 6. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing